All right, I just hope y'all can see me. It's me again coming back to y'all to give y'all this third part of this. And I ain't gonna say I was getting ready to speak some words that I shouldn't have spoke by me, saying that I'm hoping that it's the last and that wrong thing for me to speak. Because if God is giving confirmation in the way that He just gave confirmation to me about the message that He gave me about this through that vision, then we need to be heeding it. So if He keep on giving me confirmation in ways that keep on speaking where I got to get on here, then I'm gonna do it, even though I don't want to. And when I say want to, I just tired of talking to people that I know hearts are hard. And like I said, I know that they understand and they hear because my cousin, when he called me yesterday, he said speak to people in the language that they understand. And everybody understands blessings and money. Everybody understand that. And that's what God been speaking to us in. So I'm going to start right here before I start anywhere else. God gave me the vision while I was praying on the 14th. And as I was praying, He revealed certain things to me, and He also let me do certain things that I knew how to do. And if you pay attention to that very first video that I did when I got on here and was talking about the prophecy of William Seymour and 101 years, if you really, really pay attention to it, the way that I started off. So that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go back here to this, and then y'all can go back and watch the video and clarify for yourself. Because I prayed to the Lord and I asked the Lord, should I get this? Is it Him that want me to give it, or is it just me? So first I'm gonna go here to the day after praying to the Lord and asking the Lord, and it came to me. It came to me 7/21/2023, 9:26 a.m. I feel some kind of way right now. The numbers came from the vision. The numbers came from the vision on the 14th of this month, and the word given to me again on the 16th about the 14th. August, September will explode with things God has spoken to others and said to me. I have no doubt now. And I'm sorry, that was 7/20/2023. That was yesterday. So today I go to Him and I pray. And today's date is 7/21. Yesterday's date was 7/20. That was come to me yesterday. Forgive me. Today's date when I go to God after I come to realize this, because I realized it that night when the numbers come out. I realized it then. And I didn't go to sleep till late, and I really be fighting tiredness since then, but that ain't nobody's fault but mine's. So anyway, today's date is 7/21/2023, 9:59 a.m. Pay attention, even to that time. 9:59 a.m., 1 minute before 10. Okay? And y'all should get that. We know 10, God's hand. But let me move on. When I prayed or asked Father Yahweh, am I wrong for wanting to do this video? It came back to me quickly that it would be many last chance. Okay? Came real quick. So anyway, let's go back to the 14th and let's try to do this quick, but at the same time to where we are getting the understanding that God is trying to bless us, trying to warn us, trying to have us where we can have and be prepared, and even talking to the worldly person in a way that they will understand. So the church people or people that are supposed to be children of God should understand it because of the word that's there. And the worldly people that told me back in May when I was taking and doing the message that F my Jesus and the word, we don't want nothing but the numbers. So He's speaking through the worldly people again. I done said this before, through the numbers, through the blessings. and trying to get them to heed the warning. And he's speaking through the people in the body in the church through the word that's death by using worldly events and worldly things. So this brings us once again to the vision when I prayed, and I was able to get back in the spirit like this because I had came up here for 3 days, and that's why I wanted to do it while I was up here. Okay, God didn't tell me to do it while I was up here, but for the 3 days that I was up here, that was the first time that I had a chance to pray for 2.5, 3 hours at one time. I hadn't been able to do it 5, 10 minutes. My prayer was over until the day that I sat out here all night with a young man that I met named John. And we sat out here till 4 o'clock in the morning, lighting a bonfire right over there and just talking. And next day, where it was this day, the same day, because it was 4 o'clock in the morning. So when I got up, I only had a few hours worth of sleep even then. But I had it in me to pray in the way that I did. Because something was on my heart real heavy concerning the children that didn't get uplifted until I was just real tired and broken to where I could pray. Now, people that pray will understand what I'm saying, okay? So anyway, we had 7/14/2023, and God speaking to me in a vision as I prayed. And 7/14/2023 is the first video that I post on there, and it got read. I just got through praying. I prayed for my family and others I loved and knew. I prayed for people I didn't know and others I knew by Facebook and YouTube that I have come to love. I continue. I just prayed for everyone, especially the children, because of what came to me the other day, and I told y'all about this. So now I'm just gonna skip down because I want to get off into that. And as I prayed, if you go back and watch the video, got right here, God was guiding me back to reading what I had stopped reading, that I was reading every day for a while. I had been reading it every day for a while, and that was Revelation chapter 22, verse 1 and 2. He brought that up to me, and I'm going to speak on that in a minute. Acts 1 and 8 is in the video. John chapter 5, verse 6 and 8. Ezekiel chapter 8 and 1. Genesis chapter 25, verse 6, 23, and 24. And Genesis 3 and 9, Genesis 2 and 25, Genesis 2 and 22, Genesis 2 and 18. And he spoke through me through these verses that I know that was connected to Deuteronomy 11:11. Now pay attention. And he spoke to me about going back and reading that. He told me it begins in August. And after that right here, I was also reminded about September being the 100. Pay attention. I was also reminded, right after he told me to go back to reading them, I was also reminded about the 101 years of the prophecy William Seymour, about prophecy with William Seymour. I was told to pay attention to this. It is a three-way number. Okay, begin to speak to me. It's a three-way number. I thought, okay, now this is me after that was told to me. I began to think as I prayed, okay. I thought about how one of the ways is 101 and how this led back to Joseph, okay. Now, I talked about all that in the video, so I'm not just talking about it now. Y'all need to pay attention to this. About how the 110 was in there and how Joseph was 110 years old. I thought about the 2 periods of 7 messages, okay? Just me thinking, message. And I thought all this, he let me think all this and go through all of this. Pay attention, please. Because God doing this with a lot of people right now. Especially a lot of people trying to understand what God has been saying to them for quite some time, and ain't been able to really get it like me, okay? Because I didn't get it, and I'm finna show you how I didn't get it, okay? And Brother Tyrone, when I talked to him on the phone, I said, I really feel that this God that's talking to me, I said, he's been giving me a message to give to people now for a long time, and some of them ain't getting it. They're not listening. And what Brother Tyrone said to me, he said, are you listening? Make sure that you listen. And I said, I'm listening. I thought I was listening, but I really wasn't. And he said that, and even by him saying that, I didn't realize till later that was God speaking through him to ask me, was I really listening? I thought I was, but I wasn't. So it was to let me know to really, really listen. I was already told in the prayer to pay attention. Okay? I was already told that. Okay? I just got to reading that, William Seymour, I was told to pay attention to this. It's in the last video. Okay? And three-way number. Then I started doing my thing as I was praying, and I was listening about Joseph, 110 years old, 2 pairs of 7 message that God gave me years ago. As I thought all this, he let me. He let me. Then revealed to me that the 101 equals 11. Please pay attention to this, because after this, I'm going to stop with that on there. If y'all want to listen to it, y'all got to go back and listen to it, because y'all should be getting it by now. For those who have listened, for those who have not, they will listen. We'll be able to get it after this. Now, I'm hoping that you listen, but they should be able to get it after this. So when he started back speaking to me, he let me think and talk and say the things that I had to say. Then after that, I got right here. As I did all of that, then revealed to me that the 101 equals 11. He was revealing it to me through a process that he knew that I knew, because I would go to break it down and I would say 1, then I would alleviate this 0 out and did it many times. So it ain't something I'm just doing. Or he was doing it in the way that I will understand it, and in a way that worldly people will understand it too, if they was just to listen. So he was revealing to me that the 101 equals 11, okay? After I did all that I did. Because if you begin to break it down, you will have 1 and 1. So after he do that, I'm understanding what he doing. You will have 1 and 1. Because the 0 will not be there in the next process. It's in the video that I put. And I'm just not coming to y'all with this now. In the video, okay? Okay, you have 11. So we have 11. I got right. Now it then came to me to remember that the year 23 runs into the year 24, okay? And I explained all this in this video. In the year of the 23, because the 5784 starts in 2023 and runs into 2024, it was told to me to break down the 23 and to break down the 23, which equals 5, this coming, and was told to break down the 24, which equals 6, okay? We get this number 56, and this number 56 is in the message from Deuteronomy 11:11, real strong, and the message that I was trying to take and explain to everybody about Revelation chapter 22 and Ezekiel 8:1 with the 665. It's in all that. And speak in the video, we get the number 56. This is what I said in the video. In what I was told to start back reading. It's in that, okay? Now I was told to break the 56 down. I'm told to break the 56 down now. Please pay attention to this, because y'all need to get this and understand in order to understand the 2 videos that I already done posted and what I'm saying now, okay? Now, let me go back again. We get the number 56 and what I was told to start back reading. I said it in the video, okay? Now I was told to break the 56 down. I'm being told to do this. It's not me thinking. I'm being told to do it, right? 5 and 6 equals 11. So we have the number from 101 years of William Seymour's prophecy, which equals 11, and 11 from the 2 years that run into each other because of the year 5784. So we have the number 1111. Now pay attention to this. We have the number 1111. Please pay attention to this. Which reflects Deuteronomy's 11 and 11. I write this and speak about this in the video. Now God is showing me this 11 and 11 and knowing I would get that. But as Brother Tyrone said, am I paying attention too? Am I listening? And I wasn't. Because as I'm praying, God's showing me stuff, revealing stuff to me, and He speaking to me, then I'm stuff that I know to do coming to me, and all over this colliding. He never told me that I was wrong when I was doing it. He let me do it. And soon He revealed 11:11 to me from this. The first thing I think, I put right here, rich reflects 11:11. Okay? And Deuteronomy 11:11. The rest of the message from that I gave, that was given to me on the 14th, that I gave on the 16th, and a second part, y'all gonna have to go back and listen yourself. But get this, how when He started speaking, after He started letting me do everything that I was doing, after He spoke to me about something, how He let me speak, then He started saying, okay, do this. And when He said to do this, He gave the number 11:11, which took me back to Deuteronomy 11:11. Now remember also on that I was talking about how I was seeing this vault with all kinds of treasure in it, and I hadn't seen that for years. I seen a woman angel stick her head out of waterfalls that was light and gold. All that's in that video, okay? But I'm gonna stop right there at Deuteronomy 11:11, because I'm gonna make this video as short as I can and precise as I can. Now, I just showed y'all in there and read it again where I said, after He let me do what He do, He took and told me what it was that He was saying. He was revealing 11:11 to me. And He knew that I knew that would mean Deuteronomy 11:11. So I'm going to try to make this as short as I can. Because, you know, everybody is trying to put God in a box and saying, well, God will do what He won't do and what He won't use. Now, if He make a jackass take and talk and warn a prophet, you know, and if we sing about, if we won't do certain things, God will make the rocks cry out, and we know that rocks make noise when it's hitting water, when the wind blows. That's music. That's a sound. It makes a sound. It makes a sound. It speaks if we pay attention. So let's go to Deuteronomy 11:11. I could do it off the top of my head. That's how embedded these numbers is in my head. But I don't want to make no mistake, because I don't want to give the enemy a chance to say, see, he said that, but that ain't true. So we're going to go straight to here. I didn't give everything from the 14th or the 16th. Y'all have to watch the other videos, and I'm hoping that y'all do. Because you have many men and women of God for years been talking about God that was going to bless you, and they was manipulating y'all in doing this. Because they knew God was going to bless y'all. They knew it was coming because it's in God's word. God gives me a message and directs me to something from the 1967 Super Bowl. He used a worldly thing to get me to be able to take and show y'all this too. And at the same time was trying to bless me. But I didn't pay attention. Because the day before I brought my aunt out here and we rode around, I told God, I said, I would love to have that. I would love to have that jackpot. I said I would take and buy something like this where us Christians could take and come together and do a little thing. They could bring the kids up here and we could have a revival setting and all that. I was talking to him about me loving to have something like this, you know, for the Christians and being able to do other things. I'm just riding, talking to him, talking to my aunt, you know, just thinking. And at the same time, he had already spoke to me in a vision while I was praying to try to make it where I could have something like this. But I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't listening. I knew, because I even spoke in the video that I did when I did that on the 6th, and I even spoke. I said, it's taking us right back to Deuteronomy 11:11 and blessings. I spoke it in the video. I knew it was taking me back there, but I couldn't get focused because of all the nonsense that was going on, because a lot of y'all play games in the spirit. A lot of y'all let the devil use y'all. Just going to be real blunt about it. Real blunt about it. Because this was meant for us. People in the body and people that's struggling right now that need help. He know I'm going to do the right thing with the money. Because I ain't going to tell him I'm going to do something and then don't do it. And like a lot of men and women of God doing, and it's catching up to them. But anyway, let me get back to Deuteronomy 11:11. Now we in Deuteronomy 11:11. I'm going to make this real short and quick. Because the last video that I gave, I talked about the 24 and the 24, and talking about how I ended up finding this 24 3 times in Revelation chapter 5, verse 8, and how I was in Revelations chapter 22, verse 2, and I was showing the different places that it was in. But I also told y'all that I was given the gold ball that was going to come out 18. Now, if you pay attention, forgive me, Lord, righteous blood of the Lamb. Now, if you pay attention, I said in that I was told about that. And then right after that, it come out again in the Mega Million with the gold ball being there. First time Powerball, second time Mega Million. I told my nephew, I said, I think I'm on to something. I think God trying to point me to something. And I was right. And I'm going to go about this way before I do the Deuteronomy 11:11. If you pay attention to the last video I did, I was talking about the 24:24 and how it was showing up, and how the third 24 gave us 72 and took us back to Moses, and how God said he was going to keep his promise. I'm doing all of this, y'all. I'm doing all of this. And he had promised he was going to bless me. He promised he going to show me something. Okay? And this was God getting ready to feel the blessing. A lot of diehard Christians that can't see nothing in other ways of God doing other things. Oh, that's the devil in your speak. It's okay. You can say the devil all you want. But I'm going to give you what I got. So me giving what you got, when I realized that the 18, which was the gold ball, or the ball for the Powerball, the first time after I was told it, I realized that it was sending me back to Genesis 2 and 18. Listen to me good. Listen to me good. And other areas where the 18 was. The 18 shows in another powerful way. And John, hold on, Lord, I got to do this. And I don't want to misquote them, because when I do this with Deuteronomy 11:11, I'm going to end this. And I hope y'all catch it. 18 shows in another powerful way in John chapter 5, verse 6, when it says right here, when Jesus saw him lie. When Jesus saw him lie, that's 18 letters, okay? 18 letters in those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. They got the number 5 again. Now, I don't need y'all to catch this. Is you listening? 18 letters in them 5 words. He got that 5 again. Remember I told you, it gave me a message about the year of the 5. Pay attention to this. And speaking to me in numbers is something that I understand, okay? Now, Genesis 2 and 18 told me to go back and start reading. That, Revelation 22, verse 1 and 2, Acts 1 and 8, Genesis 2 and 22, Genesis 2 and 25, Genesis 3 and 9, Genesis chapter 25, 6, 23, and 24. Remember, I talked about all of that, okay? So he's speaking to me in something that I understand, just like he's speaking to y'all in something that y'all understand, money. Because when he told me to go back and start reading that, and I gave the message the very next day after me taking it and explaining to y'all that the 17 and the 8 shows up in Revelation chapter 2, chapter 22, verse 2. I didn't explain to y'all how it showed up. Okay? That number 17. It got exactly 46 words and then 178 letters. Okay? The 46 words break down to 10. That number 10 that I told you about, you get 10 from out of that. The 178 letters breaks down to 16, which gives you 7. So you get the 10 and the 7 right there, and you get the 17, okay, from out of that. But to show that God was speaking, and it was him, and I knew I should have paid attention. I knew he was speaking because when I looked and I seen, I said, okay, I hear you. I said, I hear you speaking, Lord. Because the numbers in that, when you do that, when you first take and do that, you see the 46. So that's the whole of it. But you got 178 letters that breaks down to its final number being 7, completion. So you got the 4, 6 with the 7. So 4, 6, 7, I automatically know in a worldly term, and most people that's worldly know this too. If you take and you set the number in the right way, 4, 7, 6, that plays for the money roll. A whole lot of Christians got real mad when I just said that. Play for the money roll, got to do the lottery. But y'all not listening. He's trying to bless us right now because of things to come. So I'm going to say that only one time. Okay? So you got the number 4, 6, 7 showing in there. And that 4, 6, 7, when you add it all up, that's 17. God making something good. And I can show you this same number in different places where God was getting ready to move and to bless. I can prove it right here in the Word. But I ain't going to go through all that. Anyway, like I said, he let that number come out the very next day in the 4 digit with a 3. They need to get that with a 3. 17 and 3 is 20. 20 breaks down to 2 because you're removing the 0. Second coming, Revelation chapter 22, what verse 2? I mean, I can go on and on and on with this, but I'm not, because I need y'all to get this about Revelation, Deuteronomy, and the verses he's telling me to read. So I'm just zeroing in on certain things. But he let us know there was blessing that was coming. He's let me know, and I know. I done seen billions of dollars manifest through this word that he's been having me to try to give y'all. Billions. Not no 100,000, not no million. So y'all saying, why he ain't got none of it? Because I wasn't listening either. That's why. Because y'all doing dumb stuff to me to where I really can't understand and listen. That's why. And I ain't blaming y'all, accusing y'all, because I should have said, Lord, come on, shut it off so I can take and do this thing for you, so I can do it for you so they'll know. Because if I would have took and played these numbers that I flat out spoke out of my mouth myself, because what he was revealing to me, you go back in the video, all the numbers is in the video. If you just pay attention, if I just would have paid attention, all of them, to this last Powerball jackpot. And all of them was right here in Deuteronomy 11:11. But before I go there, let me finish with this 4, 6, 7. He let it come in the 4 digit with a 3. Go back and check it. The next day after I gave the message, was go back and check it for yourself. And then Tuesday, he let it come in the 3 digit. And he let it come backwards. Remember, the numbers is 46 with the 7 on the end. 4, 6, 7. Go and look, Tuesday, he let it come out, 7, 6, 4. Now, we're going to come away from Revelation chapter 22, verse 2. I'm finna come out and we go to Deuteronomy 11:11. I'm finna give you all the numbers that I spoke in the video and knew that he was leading me back to Deuteronomy 11:11. First thing I said, so okay, Deuteronomy 11:11. No, he leading me back to it. Now, watch this. And I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Remember, I was talking to y'all that the last message, second part of this, I was talking about 24, right? I'm going to go backwards with this. And if I do what I know to apply and how I know how to apply it, no problem. Deuteronomy chapter 11:11, going backwards. It has 24 words in it, okay? The middle has 24 letters in it. The middle has 7 words. Y'all saying no? count it, you'll get 24 words. If you count and you go from the one part where it says in the land of the hills and valley, 24 letters. They're real quick, okay? If you count them right there, they have 24 letters in it. It says it is a land of hills and valley. If you take and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words. Now, the gold ball, yellow ball, whatever, is 24. The next number was 24. It didn't fall like that, but when you line them up and doing the way you get 24, 24, okay? And 7 was the first ball that came out, if I remember right. Now watch what it says in 7 words. In 7 words it says, it is a land of hills and valleys. What is he talking about? It is a land of hills and valleys. Let's read the whole verse. Deuteronomy 11:11. But the land. That's 3 words, 10 letters. There go to 10 right there. I told you that's Yah, God's hand. Okay? And I told you God's hand wanted to move on our behalf. Okay? So we get to 10 too. I'm giving you all the numbers, and the verse is 11. And the chapter is 11. All the numbers are right there. So we're going to go backwards, then I'm going to read the verse. 24 words, middle 24 letters with the 7 in it. Okay? All right? Now, middle is 6, 7. Okay, I told you about the year the Super Bowl was 1967. 67. 6 and 7 is 13. So you get the 13 in the middle, you get the 7 in the middle, you get the 24 in the middle. Then 24 words, okay? Then the first 3 words, but the land, okay? 10 letters. This is all in the video that I did showing y'all how God can reveal stuff through a worldly event. I ain't just talking about it now. I talked about it again. So here it is, verse 11. First part of what God's saying has 10 letters in it. The second part of what God is saying, which is the first middle, because the first middle has 6 words in it. Second half of the middle has 7 words in it, okay? But we're going backwards into something that I always do, so I'm not just talking about it now. So I would have knew to do that, and I would have knew to also play this combination with a 6 too, okay? But this is the middle. This is the last part of the middle. So was emphasis being put on it because the last part of it had the 7 in it and the 24 together. Emphasis, okay? Then if you add the 7 and 24 together, you get 31. That's 13 turned around backwards, so I will know to play it both ways. But anyway, all the numbers that just come out in that Powerball is here. 24, 24, 7, 13, 10, 11. All there. If you take and play all of them, it's only like 10 or 11 combinations. But the main number I even spoke it out in the video. I did go back. I talked about the 10 and the 7. I talked about the 24, 24. I talked about the 11. Okay? 13 was constantly showing. I didn't speak because I wanted to speak to what was there. And God know I ain't lying. Showed a whole lot of other ways. That's why when it popped up in one of the drawings, I said, okay, as I'm seeing this the wrong way, maybe I need it. But he was making it clear. And just like a lot of y'all ain't paying attention, I wasn't. Either I thought I was, because I knew he was talking. I even said it in the video. Anyway, I'm going to end this, y'all. There's some things getting ready to come our way, but like I say, God going to be moving at the same time. He's going to be blessing us at the same time. And this country keep on marking him and taking the branch. I'm going to read this, then I'm gone. Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 17. If we continue to do this, we're going to find ourselves in trouble and not ready, because there's some stuff that's getting ready to come our way in 2025 that if we ain't hearing from God and we ain't opening up our hearts to God, we're going to find ourselves in trouble. Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 17, and I'm through with this. Then he said unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations which they commit here? For they have filled the land with violence and have returned to provoke me to anger. Now pay attention. And lo, they put the branch to their nose. I did several videos on this. Where's the branch mentioned? So y'all won't have no excuse. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 5. Then I'm gone, I promise. Jeremiah 23, verse 5. And this is over with. I hope this thing is still recording. Yep, and need to give them the warning about the 35 again. Jeremiah 23 and 5. Look what it says about the branch. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will raise up a righteous branch. Righteous branch. Now, Ezekiel, he's talking about they taking the branch to their nose and thumping it. Now, we know that the righteous branch got to do with Jesus. So, y'all taking what's been instincted and y'all just thumping y'all nose and y'all marking it and doing all that. You know, is wrong. And right now, something don't want me to remember what I was going to tell y'all about this that y'all doing, but that's okay. And I guess God don't want me to say it either. Because there's something else I was definitely supposed to tell y'all. But I'm going to end this. You know, I love y'all. Have a blessed day.